If you are new to Land Academy, welcome. We're excited that you're here. And if you're a visitor here, I have a list of people I'm watching for you. We are also happy that you're joining us today. This is our usual Thursday. This is what we do. We get together just like this in this environment and go over whatever questions you have and look at deals for you. Anything that you need, we're always here. Jack is going to talk for a few minutes about maybe some industry information.
Let me knock this real estate industry stuff out because things don't happen overnight like recessions or in most cases. And so every week we take a look at the situation and look at trends and look at articles that we respect to see if we can kind of predict. And so we don't get blindsided if there's a big downturn or anything in the news that's popping up that the data shows us something else. I always come back to this realtor.com weekly housing trend because it's super simple and it gives me the data in less than 5 seconds here that I want. So this is the most recent week ending data, and it's year over year. So this is less than a week old. Median listing prices are up 15%. That means that housing prices are up 15% year over year. That's higher than last week, even higher than 2 weeks ago. And year to date, way higher. This is good for us. Prices are going up. New listings, the number of them are going down so this is about the same. Down is good for us. Active listings have gone down. This is all listings. Jack, I thought we were in the land business. We are, but we can't. It's very hard to get land data. If we could, I'd like to see it too. Days on market, 10 days faster than a year ago. This is continuing to trend down versus 11 versus 12. These are all in our favor. There's all kinds of good stuff in this marketing report. It's really easy to read and very quick. Home affordability is getting tougher. This is no surprise.
This is great. Okay, I love this stuff.
This is a heat map for home affordability, and it's getting tougher. This is no surprise. Under 100, which is about right here-ish, is less affordable than the historic average. Darker is more affordable. So as you can imagine, Chicago's dark. Midwest, like Michigan, is dark. This is New York and some of the Rust Belt places. And then these real light color rings are becoming less and less affordable. As you can imagine, it's out west. California is just a mess from an affordability standpoint. And so it's interesting that they do it with the color and with the size of the circle. All good news for us. Rather than read this to you here, I would encourage you to go through it because it tells you what's going on in the first quarter in some of these major markets. But it's all what it really, really says in the end is that interest rates are driving up affordability. In my opinion, interest rates need to go up a little bit to hedge off inflation, which sucks, but that's just the way that it is. But here's the real deal. It's getting more and more difficult to find a house and more difficult to get money to buy a house because interest rates are going up. So where does that leave us as land investors? We're in a fantastic
I'm
position.
going to buy us some land, sweetheart, and we're just going to do it ourselves.
And drop a mobile home on it.
Yeah, we're going to solve this, babe.
Land and mobile homes, those two industries are skyrocketing and we're at the forefront of it. So please don't wait to get the mailer out. Get your mail out.
Would you do this deal? Tank County, Mississippi, 5 acres, accepted offer price $25,000. Thinks we can sell it for $50,000. Awesome. Acreage 5. Attribute, rural, near I-55. Affordability seems like it. Maybe okay based on the comps. Access, yes. Gravel Springs Road, alive, yes. And adjacent, there's a house next door. What do you think of the comps? Am I on track here?
This might be the new format.
I like it.
Well, the dirt looks good. Let's just...
Sort of dirt, sort of a road. Everything about it looks great. The dirt, it just comes down to the money.
Let's see what you think.
This is an infill lot between houses.
Full disclosure, 25 is the counter offer. I originally offered them 9.
Well, I love 9.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I love that.
I can tell you yes on 9 without looking it up.
Yeah. It's amazing. We promote Chris.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
He's just paying $50,000 here. 25,000 selling for 50, and it's 5 acres. So here's 10 acres for 60. That fits in pretty well. 4 acres for 70. There's something going on with whatever this is going.
Subdivision.
It's not a comp. Sold.
Como Trace Drive.
None are sold, which is because there's nothing for sale.
Yep.
So let's check houses. Cheapest is 140, goes to 245, and then 350 and then to $1 million. And sold houses.
How did we get from 9 to 25, Jeff, and not 9 to 15?
Yeah.
Is that their bottom number? Yeah. He said I wouldn't have done it. Would you do this deal if they said yes to 9?
That's the whole thing.
That was Jeff saying stop.
We never review the slam dunks. We only review the property. It's like, I don't know if I should do it. Let's ask Joe.
No, 25 makes me hurt. Would you guys do 25? Yeah.
25 seems a little high to me.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably wouldn't lose money.
Yeah.
You probably make a little, but
Feel better at. I'd feel better in the middle. Like, how about 14?
I'd get a broker out there and run through the whole thing because property looks great. Signage opportunity is pretty good, not super good, but it passes all the 6As.
No, we look at houses. You only look at the ones on the same size lots.
Try that.
No, you know what? Interesting. I'm only looking at, you know what I do it, Jeff, is to make sure that the houses people are moving into right now are not selling for $80,000. Like make sure there's nothing really weird. And then also on the flip side, if I see no house in there that's less than $400,000, I'm warming up to this price,
So if you look at the comps, they don't have this state's not reporting, but this is the property adjacent to the north with a house on it that was sold in 2018. To the south, we don't have a price on it. To the south, it was 2016 with no price because that's how the state does it.
Did you check for the mortgage on the left side?
So
sometimes you can see mortgage information or you can dig and find it.
2005 across the street.
Okay, it's not in there.
I like this property and I'm not like these two. I'm not too scared of the price, but I would have to get 2 agents out there to price it and say, yeah, we can sell it for you for 50,000 pretty fast.
Wait,
and then support it by examples. I just went through all of that.
Okay, it sold in 2018. Humor me. Can we just Google this address? See what it's listed for?
Sure. Excellent.
You might find it.
Estimated value, 185.
And if we go back to the price history, here we go. So they listed it. Look at this at 139 and they removed the listing 5 days later. Pretty good. I'm pretty sure they got something close to 139 for that house. Now we have a comp.
That supports 25. So I would run through the neighborhood like that.
Yeah.
Especially on the vacant land because if they have addresses, I like it.
Yeah.
I probably would buy it if they don't budge.
And look at the market going up because we're thinking that sold around 139 and now the estimate is 140. So things are going up in that area.
Right.
So that makes me feel better too. I like it. I still like it at 15.
Or 9.
Yeah.
Love it at 9.
Yeah. Would you do this deal? All right. Aiken County, South Carolina, 10 acres, 9.82. Don't worry about it. We have legal and physical access. Thank you. Accepted offer price is 20,000. Kelly thinks sell it for 50 and it's flat. One of the owners just sent me a text stating that this land is owned by her and her 4 siblings.
This is all agricultural in a really good way.
That's amazing. I love this.
This is fine. The wires are fine. The property's great.
That's great.
All right.
Talk about access.
Access. Here's Brandon's A's. Access, yes. Attributes, yes. These are all, whatever they're growing here.
Isn't that funny? They're all big trees.
It might even be a tree farm because it's really all pre-planted.
Yeah, it's like all in a row, looks like.
2019. There's your attributes. Everything's going on around. It's great.
Is there water somewhere?
Yeah, I'm sure it's South Carolina. Let's see that. I bet the ocean's close. Yeah.
That's
great signage, dual corner signage opportunity. Acreage is great. Adjacent is passes with flying colors. You've got agriculture here and then all kinds of stuff going on. That's positive. Live, that's going to be they might be alive, but there's 4 people. They got to sign
5. The seller and there's 4 siblings. I sure hope they're all on good terms because one guy could mess it up for everybody.
Yeah. And I hope they have the same opinion of price. This is almost 10 acres. We've got 1 acre for 12, 40 acres for 120, 100 acres for 390, some large. This is pretty rural. Sold properties, 10 acres for 2, 11 acres for 2, 0.29 for 3,500. No real data. 5 acres for 10.
Now I'm worried. What do the houses go for? Because that's a good one too. So yours 20 acres, double the size, sold for 71. That means that if we cut this in half for 35, we need to buy this for less than 10.
Yeah.
Feels right. So it's overpriced just by looking at this. I wouldn't drop it though. Yeah. I would dig in deeper, get a couple of brokers' opinions because it's right on there's some stuff that make it great, which is right on a corner and adjacent and all that.
That's true.
There's 10 acres for 53.
All right.
So you could call that agent and ask him.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
That one's pending and hasn't been listed for too long.
That's great.
Exactly who I would call here, Priscilla.
All right, there you go, Kelly. Give her a call. Would you do this deal? Johnson County, Texas, 2.5 acres for price $29,042.87. They said make it $39,000. No flood zone. Concerns are, other than price, adjacent is a plant/industrial. I've had that kill a deal before, by the way. Access and maybe not the most desirable location. All right, let's see here.
I'm not digging this one.
There's no access.
Yeah.
Oh,
We can just stop right now on this. I mean, I'm going to check the price in a second, but in an eighth of a second,
you got to drive through the plant,
I've got
Yeah.
through the back of this.
no. There's only one use for this property, and that's how they're using this plant.
It's Texas Midstream,
Midstream
gas,
gas.
Services.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even buy this for any amount of money.
Unless those guys want to buy it. That's it.
Yep.
They're your only buyer.
But even then,
Yeah.
honestly, there's an EPA concern. These
Yeah, I
mining
wouldn't buy it.
/ gas properties, I would just stop right here. You don't want to buy heavy industrial property like this because let's say they agree to sell it to you for $5,000. You buy it for $5,000, you sell it a week later, and now you're in the chain of title. And if the EPA decides to, they don't do this that much anymore, decides to go after everybody because of spills and all kinds of EPA stuff, even though it didn't happen when you bought it or during the time that you owned it, you can be on the hook personally liable for it. So it's just not, it's not I would not even be associated with this property in any way.
Exactly. I agree. Would you do this deal? We're in Louisa County, Virginia. Thank you for our 6As here again. So alive, yes. Acres, 4.197. Access, yes. Attributes, it's wooded, private lot off a main county road. Adjacent, there's houses on both sides. Affordable, accepted offer is $24,577. Comps, don't see many. The Zillow property nearby, 2.66 acres, 2.66 acres with an old mobile home sold for $65,000. Land Farm has a property for sale not far away, 4.85 acres for $87,500. Property owners said they paid what we offered, which they accepted, and they owned it since 2001. Okay.
Great presentation.
Yeah. So that's sweet. So you guys are helping. Thank you. Thank you guys. You guys are helping out Rory, member who couldn't be here. So they're getting it for him because this is his first deal. Awesome. All right. Gotcha.
Here we have a house and here we have a house. Glaringly passes the adjacent test. Looks to me like it's got access. I'm going to check here for gates.
How cool is that?
Storybook. This is right out of a storybook.
This is what I love. When you have your photographer go out there and they're doing drone shots and everything, ask them to come and do the turn in off the drive when you have this kind of a thing, because that tells a story. And anybody watching the video and just seeing that cool drive between the trees to your own property is like, it's awesome.
It's Chesapeake Bay.
I love everything about it. I just need to confirm the price.
Washington, D.C., Baltimore.
And I suspect that the price is good.
It passes
just because
all
it's
my
Virginia.
tests. Yeah, me too.
That's how I'm feeling.
$25,000 accepted offer price. Houses on both sides. We're going to check those houses. We're going to pull a Jill on that. That's going to seal it. It passes all my tests here. Active number of properties are almost 100. Sold properties are 167. That's not setting the world on fire, but it's not bad. What I love about it, it's like, this is Fredericksburg.
Yeah. Is this the actual property address or the neighbor?
This is the neighbor right
Okay,
here.
got
This is the property here.
All right.
This is this estimate 321. What we want is realtor. So we can see the history.
Often both of them do. Zillow will too. Go down to, it's not, it will pop up on the top here. So it's none. Okay.
Oh, they don't have it?
Yeah. Oh, wait, I take it back. Look, it sold for $200,000 in 210. When was the house built? In 210.
So it's a house. It could be. They could have built it real quick. I don't know.
That's hard. That's a tough one.
Let's do
I'm not
another
sure.
This is horses or something.
That's cool. There's a house.
Yeah.
That's a
There's
good
a
one.
mobile home here.
That might be the mobile.
This is a good test.
That could be the mobile. That sold for 65. Let's see.
160 now. Taxes. Doesn't have it. Darn it.
Mm-mm.
Just one good comp here.
I'll send you the one that
Yeah.
they're talking about. Let's see. So I found two that are pretty close. That one's pending, and
5 acres for 80. You're paying 25 for 40.
so there's two that I just sent you that are basically 90,000.
How can you not?
This one has looks like it has electricity and utilities though. That's the only difference on that first one.
Okay.
This is a hard buy for me. I just need to know that it's flat, by the way. I'm not sure that it's.
You're okay with 25?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Here's the truth. If this deal came in for us, I wouldn't buy it unless Lori looked at it. Lori Phillips. And you can find her on Discord because she knows Virginia like nobody I've ever met.
Just
The state of
run it by
Virginia.
her.
So
You know what Roy can do? Put it in escrow right now.
that's what I would do. I would put this in escrow.
Lock it in, get that started because we know it's
Yeah.
going to take a couple weeks. And while it's going through escrow and you're doing all that, say, hey, I need another pair of eyes on this. Just before I wire money. Nothing wrong with that.
There you go, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Brandon? What's your gut?
Oh yeah, that was the same. I mean, I like it. I think you're going to make money on it. So I like it.
Good job. Oh, this would be Rory's first deal.
Nice.
It's awesome. All right. Well, this was awesome. Thank you, everyone. We'll catch y'all next Thursday.
Yep. Have a great acquisition week. See you next week. Thanks.
Thank you,
See you
Brandon.
guys.